Another shift before dawn. Nice and warm out here, dry for now. Get things started here. Blind all the neighbors if they're awake. And we're off. So it's been a little while since I did an update. Ooh, a dead possum. Yep. As I was saying, it's been a little while since I did an update on our pandemic. Apparently, we are still the lead holder in most cases. I think we have the most deaths too. I'm not proud of that at all. I think that's partly because of people not wanting to follow instructions and stay home and take their precautions. And I'd say the other part is the current leadership at hand not acting when they had the first notice of the threat of the pandemic. So that definitely put us behind a ball there. Last time I checked, we had over 730,000 deaths, maybe more. That's scary. That's almost 750,000 cases in our country. And I don't even think half of them have been resolved as recoveries or deaths yet, so it's up in the air. Kind of concerned because we got people on different sides of the fence here. You got people want to oppose stay-at-home orders and rebel, claiming government's taking away our rights, and we're heading towards martial law. And you got the other people on the other side that say no, these are CDC guidelines, these are sanctions put in place so that way we can make this pandemic more manageable and improve survivability of this by making sure that we have enough resources to go around to care for new oncoming cases. Although I do think some of these restrictions are a bit extreme, maybe a bit silly, I think they're necessary. I'd rather not see all these businesses closed, but people don't know how to follow directions. They don't know how to keep their hands clean. They don't know how to protect others while they cough and sneeze and wear proper equipment. I still see it at work. I see people not covering up properly. I see people still touching their faces and whatnot after touching all these surfaces. So the prospect of having all these public venues open is really just not feasible. Even though they're talking about trying to do reopenings in a lot of these states that are not quite as hard hit, or areas not quite as hard hit, I don't think it's a good idea right at the moment. So what's going to happen? They lift restrictions on these areas. Well, People in restricted areas are probably going to go visit the non-restricted areas just to kind of stretch their legs. And then you get an asymptomatic carrier visiting this area, and then boom, now that area becomes a hot spot. We're only really 1 month into our stay-at-home orders and shutdown. 1 month is a long time, I get it, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that far along. There's been progress recorded of cases slowing down, deaths starting to slow down, so we gotta stick to it. I know it sucks, but we just gotta stick to it, because if we back off now, we can just spike right back up in just 2 weeks or less, and then we're in a worse situation than we were before. So if you want to do your little dance and say the government's taking away our rights, okay, do your little dance, but do it from your house. Do it from your backyard. You want to do your little marches at City Hall or whatever, that's fine. Don't bring your kids. If you want to be careless with your own life, that's fine, but don't do that to your kids. Don't do it to your family. I believe in freedom of speech, but don't put them at risk. Yeah, I don't like the prospect of having my rights taken away. I don't like the prospect of, government coming and controlling every aspect of my life. However, these sanctions aren't strictly government sanctions. These are very educated suggestions, coming from the CDC, coming from the World Health Organization, coming from medical professionals, people that this is their life, this is what they do for their careers. Many of which, have either gotten infected or perished as a result of an infection of this virus. So, do with that information what you will, but I'm going to stay my butt at home if I'm not at work. I know you see me putting up videos, but that's really just recordings of me going to and from work, or going to the grocery store to pick up something to make sure my fridge is stocked. That's about it. I won't be part. I won't be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. But just stay safe, be responsible, protect yourself, protect your family members, humble yourself, put your ego to the side. We're not trying to take away your rights. We're not trying to tell you what to do and how you live your life. Just trying to get through this as quick as possible with the least amount of casualties as possible.